We're here in the Slingshot ride engine booth, and I'm here with Coleman Buckley, the founder, innovator, genius behind the Hardshell harness that has dominated the harness world for the last few years. Tell us about the story of how you figured this out.
Hey, so I gave a presentation earlier. It kind of went through the history of how the hardshell came to be, so I figured I'd tell you guys too. So initially I had a harness and I bought it, and the inside of it had a little like hang tag that said ergonomic fit, and the inside of the harness was, you know, it was all straight lines, and there's no one has straight lines on them. So got the idea of making a harness that would mold to your body. And so what I ended up doing is taking my Dakine harness and ripped out the guts and put in a kite bladder. So as you can see, it's inflatable. But then when I put that thing on, it would, as you can see, it donuts out quite a bit. And so in an attempt to make it so it only inflate towards me, I wrapped myself in carbon fiber, and it was wet, and basically got kind of stoned and took a nap and woke up with the shell, and then built that into a harness, which is this creature.
So that's your first kind of
This was the first hardshell harness that I know of that ever existed anywhere. So the original. It actually kind of worked. Rode it for a couple months. The shell was real sharp. The first time I used it, I cut my hand on it badly enough that I needed stitches. All these rivets that are rusting, I like hand hammered because I didn't have a rivet gun or really know anything. So that was this, but eventually I refined the design and ended up with something more like this. You can see it's quite a bit cleaner, and still had the inflating thing, but you know, it's pretty sturdy. And this was kind of the design that I started doing custom orders from. And to get every customer, this shell was custom molded to them. And the way that I'd get the shape is I'd send them a piece of plastic, they'd heat up in their oven, and then you needed a friend to help you, but you could mold it to your back and mail it back to me, and then I'd use that as a mold for making the shells. So these are some samples of those. This one is Sam Light, got Sensi Graves, and then what I did is I ended up with hundreds of these things, measured them all, got the averages, and that is how I came up with the design of the shells for the production ones, which you can't really see, but anyways, yeah, that's sort of in a nutshell. That's the history of how the hardshell came to be.
That's cool. You should keep those there. You could go in the Kiteboarding Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I've got so many of these things. I've like easily counted them once. I think it was 478 of these, and they're all just like in these moldy cardboard boxes behind my house. And they're recyclable. If anyone wants to build a chipper, maybe I can.
So anything new on the horizon for you as far as?
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff. I can't talk about it, but I can guarantee you it's pretty cool. If you look at the posters around the booth, you can't really see, but you can see they're not normal either. so they're, yeah, everything's well.
Secret messages.
Yeah. Yeah, everything is well on its way to the next thing. So I'm stoked. Yeah.
Thanks for giving us that story, Colin.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks, guys.